Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's episode of
CrewCast.
CrewCast. Woo!
Our very first episode, guys.
Yeah! Woo! We're doing it. So we're gonna be discussing our favorite activities and just overall what we're doing for an introduction. I'm your host, John Knittel, and with me today are
Megan.
Frank Kwong, also known as Josh.
And it's me. It's your girl. It's a friendly neighborhood Marley.
Yay, Marley! Okay, so, we're gonna be telling you what Venturing Crew is. So, if you don't know, Venturing Crew is a part of Boy Scouts that's been around since the 1990s, and it is a place and a group that boys and girls from the ages of 14 to 21 can join and do stuff
And
for their life.
And once your 21st birthday has passed, you can be an advisor.
Yeah. So you can
Assistant
stay in.
advisor.
Yeah, assistant advisor.
So you can stay in even after that. So we do a bunch of fun stuff. It's a lot like Boy Scouts,
But we only meet like once a month.
And we don't focus on the badges.
Yeah, we don't focus on the merit badges. We do our own thing, which it's like the advancement for Boy Scouts, where it goes like from like.
It goes from
Yeah.
Scout all the way to Eagle Scout. For us, it is Venture.
Yeah, it's Venturer to Summit.
Yeah, and Summit is just as big of a deal as Eagle is, but it's just not that well known.
Yeah, so the four like what's it called? Advancements. Yeah, the four advancements are Venturer, as we said before, Discovery, and then there's Pathfinder, and then Summit.
Yeah.
And each one gets progressively harder going forward. So like, for the Venturing one, all you have to do is like memorize the Scout Oath and Law, and then like take care of one activity, and then you got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But for Summit, you have to do an entire project and a lot of other things. So, yeah.
You can still get it done easier than getting all the badges.
Yeah.
In Boy Scouts.
Yeah. So today we're going to be discussing some of the activities we've done, including fundraising and community service, to just show how important fundraising is, especially for our group, and presumably every other group, because without the budget that we have and the money that we make, we wouldn't be able to do all of these fun things. Okay, so we're going to start off with the Lions Club Easter egg hunt. And Megan, why don't you tell us a bit about that, because you've been the activity chair for that for quite a while.
And the activity chair is the person who makes sure that everything gets done, people sew up, and just pretty much set up the entire thing.
Yeah, and it's a lot of hard work, but it really pays off.
Yeah. Well, obviously, y'all know what Easter egg hunt, so I don't have to explain that. But we help set up so like we're like the Easter bunny that's laying all the eggs everywhere, and we help the Lions Club, and we actually get community service out of this. And it's actually a pretty easy one. This is gonna be my 4th year doing it if I do it this year, but it's really lots of fun, and every community service project helps you get closer to your community, obviously.
And this one is one of the shorter ones.
Yes.
It's like only like 30 minutes at most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One year it was an hour, but that was the first year.
We did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, like, some people showed up late and stuff.
Yeah.
And we didn't have the eggs. Okay, so it's kind of pretty straightforward. We have the Zion Lutheran Church breakfast. So, after the Easter egg hunt, we usually help the Boy Scouts in Davenport cook and serve food for people.
It's usually a pancake feed
Yeah.
on Easter Sunday, right?
It's like
Or the week.
it's like
the day before.
Saturday or Friday.
Yeah, the day before Easter Sunday.
So yeah, so we just help out with that, and it's also another good source of community service.
Oh, yeah.
Which is really good for people in high school because they need
Yeah.
it to graduate.
Yeah.
You need like
In
6 years to
certain
graduate.
schools.
Yeah, in in certain schools.
Yeah.
Like in our school, you need 60 to graduate, and like me personally, I have 130 hours.
Yeah, you get a lot from doing
And-
this.
Yeah, and a good majority of that is only from Venture and Crew.
Almost all
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah, except for like 1 hour.
Yeah.
Except for me, when I was in high school, I was part of junior ROTC, and with that plus venturing crew, in high school, I got almost 1,000 hours of community service.
Wow.
Wow.
And yeah, that was fun. So
Okay.
yeah.
Next up, we're going to be talking about the overnight gaming thing we did. So, we do have a lot of like, just like hanging out overnight.
Party things.
Party, not like a big party, but like a bunch of us just kind of hanging out and doing stuff,
Snacks, drinks.
games. So, we did a big like video game night, and that was fun, but I'm not really like a big video game person. So.
Yeah, but we don't only do video games.
Yeah.
We also do board games
Yeah.
and a lot of like family quote unquote
Yeah.
games, like Pictionary and stuff.
And Trivial Pursuit.
Yeah.
Which,
Well, that's kind of a board game.
yeah. So, one of the things that we did for one of the overnighters is Josh Bailey, his friend Vincent, and I, and then Megan and Marley for part of it. We played a game of Uno from like midnight to 4 a.m.
Well, no, when we started, it was like because we had to be separated at midnight
Oh yeah.
because
Yeah.
with Venture and Crew.
We started at 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We played for 2 hours.
And then Megan and I dropped out because we had to go to our sleeping arrangements.
Yeah, so then us four were up until 4 a.m. playing Uno.
Not just rounds of Uno.
Just one round.
Yeah.
One
One
round
game
of
of
Uno. So that was long and tedious.
Mhm.
Oh, this is the best one we've ever done. It's the 4th of July.
Oh my
Party.
goodness.
Oh yeah. So, because this was our first big fundraiser thing, we didn't really know a lot, and thankfully, throughout the years, we've learned to not do this again.
Yeah.
Like, not lead it and stuff. If other people want to lead it, that's perfectly fine with us.
Yeah.
But it served its purpose in being a fundraiser and community service thing, but it wasn't worth it, so we decided to stop doing it.
Yeah. It's a lot of hard work, and so for the 4th of July, we also did a color run, and so if you don't know what a color run is, it's where you run like it's usually a 5K, which is 3.1 miles, and so during the color run, you get a bunch of like colored chalk thrown at you. But in our case, we wanted to save money, so we bought a bunch of cornstarch.
And we made
food
it ourselves.
coloring, and made it ourselves.
In my house, there's still blue dust in some places, I'm sure of
The
it.
positive, like you've heard of black lung. Get ready for like patriotic lung with red and blue and white.
And we worked so
Dust.
hard, our fingers were literally bruised
Yeah.
because we had to grate it up into such a fine paste using like a sifter.
In our fingers.
Yeah. Because nothing else would get it that fine. We
Yeah.
tried a blender, we tried everything, but that was still
Well,
the best
we
way to
blended
do it.
it, and then we.
Yeah,
Oof,
it still wasn't fine enough, so we had to grate it down by hand.
It's really rough. So yeah,
Yeah.
But then the next year, we decided to not be that
cheap.
Yeah, that cheap, and we decided it was worth it to buy it.
Yes, it's definitely worth it to buy it.
Lesson learned, don't be frugal all the time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Most of the time be frugal, but not all the time.
So yeah, that was a lot of hard work, but it was fun and we all enjoyed it.
Yeah. Well, I don't think we enjoyed it in the moment
Yeah.
because it was just a lot of work for most people. Some people didn't really carry their weight and like worked for like 2 seconds and then decided to
Just-
have a break because the 4th of July
For
thing.
like 5 hours.
Yeah. The 4th of July thing was just like a huge community party and
Yeah.
so there was lots of like little games and we had a game truck come out one
Mhm.
year, and then there's like food and stuff, but a lot of people just like overworked themselves and like took 2-minute break, and then that was it the entire day.
Yeah, just to eat.
yeah.
Like, eat and
Yeah.
back out.
And when it ran from like 10 to late at
10?
night,
Yeah.
I think it was 10.
It was around 10 because we
We had to do
people
the color
could
run too.
Yeah, people could stay and light off fireworks, and we
Yeah.
had to stay for that because
And then we had to
We-
clean up as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
we got there at around 8, set up, started at 10,
yeah,
then we left at
like
10
around-
or 11
Yeah.
after.
And especially since
it was
nobody
probably
really,
around midnight.
and especially since nobody like really cleaned up their fireworks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was all put
The
on
next
us.
the
to
next
do it.
morning we
Yeah, we
had
had
to
to-
go there and
There
clean
were
everything
lots
up.
of-
So that was rough. Here's one of the fun ones we've had is the Garnet Dig and Camp Out.
That
Oh,
was
yeah.
like the first really fun thing that we've done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I pretty much just camped out at Camp Grizzly and
Yeah.
went
Which is a
garnet
Boy
digging.
Scout camp, and
Yeah.
it was like their off-season thing. They
Yeah.
didn't really have anything going on, so we could use it because we're part of Boy Scouts.
And it was like a short while away from the garnet digging site.
Yeah.
And so we like got into teams, however
Yeah.
we wanted, and just dug for garnets and then like just like cleaned them up and stuff,
Yeah,
and then we got to take them
sifted.
home.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
And
coolest
now-
thing about the garden digging thing though
Mm.
was that like you were covered by nature.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
There's
were
trees everywhere. It was so
yeah, it
cool.
was just in the middle of the forest in Idaho.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really nice and relaxing.
And
it was
then-
exhausting, though.
And then at the garnet dig, it was like there was still trees, but there was like a river going through it, and it
Yeah.
was really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Then later on we went on a hike.
Yeah.
Could have swear
Yeah.
I heard a bear somewhere out
Oh,
there.
boy.
It was probably just a deer.
Just a deer. It sounds like a
Probably.
bear. Yeah. But those are a lot
Do
of
you
fun.
remember?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I do. But yeah, we hung out at the lodge and everything, and just when we weren't at the Garnet Dig, and we just really got to know each other a lot better.
You know, we got to swim around and
Yeah.
just hang out and stuff.
Yeah, there's a lake there, so it was really nice.
Yeah.
Oh, popcorn sales.
Now this is like the 4th of July thing where nobody really likes it in the moment, but it's still
Yeah.
kind of needed. 'Cause
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does
This
it does
is a-
well for the wallet.
This is a big contributor to our
Yeah.
fundraising.
It's
So, yeah.
especially cool to see how many different types of people go in and out of Walmart, or
Yeah.
how many times people go in. Like the same person
Or
goes
just
to Walmart
different
a
people.
day.
Well, yeah.
Because that's like our main area to sell nowadays.
Yeah.
Because when we first started out, we had to go sell by Walmart like the entire month popcorn selling was
Yeah.
happening, and then we'd also have to go door to door all the time.
Yeah, which was exhausting.
Yeah.
Which is also why we had the flower baskets. We started up the flower
Yeah,
basket.
we started
Mother's
doing
Day.
flower baskets, so that was a lot better, and we got to cut down on all the stuff we did for popcorn.
So instead of doing like 1 month of popcorn, we only had to do like 1 weekend of popcorn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2 weekends of popcorn?
Yeah, we do
we
two
do
weekends of
2
popcorn
weekends of popcorn.
as of
Yeah, the
recently.
first weekend, then the second weekend, then we're
Yeah.
done.
Yeah,
and
because we
just-
found that to be our most profitable air times.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
And then we would supplement that with going door to door if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you wanted.
But it wasn't mandated like before.
yeah. So like that's changed a lot since when we started. Scarywood and Camp Out. We went to Scarywood and we just kind of camped out near Scarywood. So that in the month of October we usually do like a spooky themed
Event
Yeah.
event.
activity. Like a few years ago, we went to Haunted Palouse.
Yeah.
Recently, we went to Creepy Hollows, which was
Oh yeah,
really
yeah.
interesting.
Forgot about that.
yeah, and it's just a lot of fun to do something you
Yeah,
wouldn't normally do.
They would really have to research.
Yeah,
yeah. So yeah, it's fun because like sometimes haunted houses and stuff aren't really well known, and then like you do research and you find out that they're like really good,
yeah.
or some aren't good.
But you can still go anywhere and just
yeah.
be like,
Like,
that was nice.
Spooky
but,
Hollow was like okay, but it wasn't scary. None of us got scared.
Well, a lot of the times I feel none of us get like truly scared.
Yeah.
But like it's still fun to just go and hang out.
It's
with
I
them.
like
cool
a good
to see-
jump scare.
Yeah.
It's cool
Where
to
you
see how
go-
much effort they put into it.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
how much like detail they put into like their costumes
Yeah,
and then their
there's a lot
decorations
of hard
and
work
stuff.
goes into stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What's
Okay.
next?
Hmm?
What's next?
Oh, we have Scouting for Food, which is another community service thing we do.
Yeah, so pretty much we just go door to door and hang up plastic bags.
Plastic bags, or sometimes we just do like paper door knobbings.
Yeah, like saying, hey, if you have any non-perishable food items, please like throw them in a bag and put them outside your door, and then we'll come by in a week and pick them up and donate them to our local food bank.
And
Yeah.
this one was like pretty easy, but also really helped our
It
community.
really helps the community.
And what we
People
did was
appreciate it,
we gave all the food to the care share.
which is our local food bank.
Yes, and then they disperse and practically
Yeah.
give it to people for free.
Yeah, and this is very important that we do this because even with all the help Carencare already gets from like churches and stuff, they still run out of food very frequently
Mhm.
Yeah.
because so many people need their services. And so us doing this is just another way for them to get more food.
Yeah.
And for us to thank them for like
Yeah,
Yeah.
for helping the community even more.
yeah,
Yeah.
and us.
Our winter party. This is always fun. Every year we do a winter party. The first one we did was actually started on Marley's birthday, which is December 22nd, and it went to the 24th, and it's always just kind of funny.
And during the winter parties, we always have a white elephant gift exchange.
Yeah, those are
which
always
is
fun.
like a gift under $5, and then you switch them around. And,
Or it's just
you know.
like something at your house that you don't want
Yeah.
anymore, but like don't
Is-
do it anything like junky.
Yeah.
Or a funny gift. Like
like a
we do
gift
funny
gift.
gifts all the time.
Yeah.
Megan has a cow udder bowl. It's
Yes.
the funniest
From
thing
our
ever.
first year.
I got a wolf head.
Yeah, he got a wolf head mug.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's always fun. Really interesting things.
And a lot of the time in the winter party, it's a lot like our overnighters.
Yeah.
Where you
Mhm.
can pretty much just hang out and play games
Hang
and
out,
stuff.
have fun
At our most recent winter party, we just played Betrayal of House on the Hill a lot.
for like hours.
Yeah.
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 And
Which is a
we
really
also
fun board
played
game.
D&D, which didn't
Really go that well.
yeah.
Yeah, it would have been a little bit better if it was
Yeah.
a smaller group, but we wanted to try it out, see how it goes. So we might do a smaller group people who really don't want to after, or
Yeah.
a smaller group of people that actually want to play it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because even though the crew like votes on everything, it's majority wins, and with something with like Dungeons and Dragons, everyone has to want to play it.
Yeah.
But in this case, it's just like, oh, majority, and so some people didn't really want to play it and everything.
Yeah.
But that being said, you don't have to come to every activity or meeting.
If
although
you do not want
yeah,
to.
even though it is encouraged that you do, it's
Yeah.
not mandatory.
Yeah, mandatory. And you won't be getting behind. We'll still text you and email you and get the word out to you as good as we can.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
even if you like say at the meeting, oh, I don't really want to do this, and you change your mind, then there's always the option to.
Yes.
And we have called people to get them involved in the meeting before if they wanted to. Like, hey, I'm not able to go there that day. It's like, okay, then we'll
Yeah.
call you and put you on speaker.
So you can still get your opinion to get to the group while
Yep.
you
Yes.
are still doing whatever you're
And
doing.
like we could, like if we're voting on something, we can just call you up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, we
Because,
have some
uh,
pretty good communication.
yeah. Voting is a major part of Venture and Crew because it's all youth led.
Yeah.
So like the adult leaders, they don't really lead; they're just advisors.
Yeah.
They point us toward the right path, but
Yeah.
we
They
have
help
to
us out
choose
if we need help.
But it's mostly
us.
yeah
Yeah.
that do.
Yeah.
the stuff.
Okay, so our next activity we did that we're actually going to announce, we went ice skating.
Yeah,
So-
we did that a couple times. It was
Yeah.
fun.
We also roller skated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me personally, I like roller skating better, but that's only because you get less wet and you don't like.
Get us cold.
As
Like,
cold.
yeah.
But that's what venturing crew is for. You get to figure out and see if you like stuff or not.
Yeah, you do need things.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So escape rooms. So our venturing crew has actually done a lot of different escape rooms.
Which you probably wouldn't do unless like you had a bunch of friends with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is another really good thing about venturing crew because you can do all these like group things,
Mm-hmm.
even if you don't have that many friends that can all do it on a single day,
Yeah.
so that we can still do things and majority of the time with your friends and stuff. But sometimes with like an escape room, you have to meet a certain limit of people
Yeah.
before you can actually do it, and so it's just a really good way to do things you might not normally do.
Yeah.
So yeah, the escape rooms are always fun. We've done 2 horror escape rooms.
Yeah.
Well, half of us did 2 horror, and
Yeah.
the other half just did 1 horror.
Yeah.
Because we went to Key Quest and did the escape rooms over there, and half of us went into the normal escape room, and the other half went into like a murderer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a serial killer
Yeah.
slayer. That was a fun one.
Mhm.
So yeah, and then you guys did I wasn't there for this one, but you guys did like a sci-fi space one.
Yeah, it was Unit 55, I think, and
No, it was the CDA, and then Unit 55 is the
Rabbit
the
one?
Wonderland.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
down the
Alright.
rabbit hole.
Yeah, we went to Coeur d'Alene.
oh yeah,
It was right after my Eagle Scout
Yeah.
ceremony, so I just hopped out of my uniform, and then we
We do stay busy.
yeah,
Mhm.
it was really fun. There was a dead alien.
yeah, quote unquote dead
Quote,
alien.
unquote.
Yeah,
We
Dead
almost made it
alien.
out, but we.
We kept reading clocks wrong because that was a major puzzle thing.
Yeah.
And that took us like 10 minutes, and if we had just like 2 more minutes left,
We would've gotten
we would have gotten out.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
unfortunately, we were all not thinking straight that
But
day.
we got a picture.
we're all
of us.
dum-dums.
Yeah,
We got a
We're all
picture.
but we were so
Good.
close.
We got a picture, and like we were able to hold signs.
Oh yeah.
Like.
Yeah,
like,
we'll probably
Yeah.
put that picture right here.
Yep, somewhere.
Hopefully.
So yeah, that was fun. Seattle, we do big trips usually like in the
We have
summer
tier
or the
trips.
spring.
Yeah. So all of our trips are set into tiers. So the tier 1 is just like the basic trip that can just like be any amount of time, like from 10 minutes to like a day.
Yeah.
And then there's tier 2 trips, which is like two to three nights. And then the big trips are the tier 3 trips, which can go up to a week.
Yeah.
Like our
if not
Seattle
more,
one.
which is our like Seattle ones and
Going to California, so
Mhm.
yeah. But Seattle, we had a lot of fun. We
Yeah.
It was,
experienced some new things.
it was some of our crew members' first time in Seattle.
Yeah.
And we stayed at 2 of our crew members' grandma's house.
Yeah,
John's.
we stayed at my grandma's, which she was kind enough to let a bunch of us stay there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a bunch of strangers just barged into her home, and
Yes.
she was so accommodating. She was so nice.
Yeah.
Love her to death.
Yeah.
We gotta go on the Space Needle.
Yeah, we went up to the Space Needle.
We got to eat in the space.
Yeah,
Needle.
we
The
did.
second time we went to Seattle.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
we did Seattle twice,
Mm-hmm.
which was a lot of fun.
Did we go into the Space Needle both times?
Yeah.
Yeah, we went into the Space Needle, but not up to the top the first
Oh,
time.
yeah. Okay.
We didn't go to the.
And then the second time we went both onto the observation deck and
Yeah, the
into
first time we went on the
cafeteria
observation deck the first
The-
year, and then
the
the
second
second
year
year
we
we
ate.
did
Yeah.
observation deck and we ate there,
Okay.
which
Yeah,
and the food was really good.
Mhm.
That was really good food. So yeah, we just got to experience a lot of fun things.
We gotta go to like aquarium, a zoo.
Yeah, we went to aquariums and zoos.
the Chinese gardens.
The
Yeah, the
Chinese
Chinese
gardens were
gardens.
really cool.
We gotta see like this glass.
Oh,
Yeah, the Chihuly
Yeah. Glass
Garden and
museum.
Glass Museum.
That was really cool.
Yeah.
Even though you felt like you were gonna break anything, even if you sneezed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You sneeze and like the entire building
Just
shatters.
collapses.
Collapses.
We
in a
also went
pile
to
of dust.
Pike's
Oh,
Place.
yeah.
Place Market. Love Pike's Place.
We saw the
Pike's
gum wall.
The gum wall. It's
Oh, yeah.
so
Oh.
gross. We
Yeah.
contributed to the gum wall.
Some people did.
Yeah.
Yeah, because some other
But
people said,
I remember-
"Oh, it's littering."
I remember going under Spokane. I mean, under Seattle.
Yeah, we did an
Oh, yeah.
underground Seattle tour. So if
Yeah.
you're not aware, Seattle is right by the ocean, and Seattle used to be kind of down lower, and then like
Something happened.
collapsing and like
Yeah.
flooding. So then they built up quite a bit of feet
Yeah.
Mhm.
above old Seattle, and then
20 feet.
20 feet.
Yeah.
And so then they rebuilt Seattle. So there's all of these like underground streets and everything.
Which
and
they
it's-
like didn't demolish or anything, so
No.
you can still just wander around.
you can wander around like underneath Seattle. Obviously, you need like tours and stuff to do that. You can't just find like, I mean, you
Yeah.
might be able to find like some way
But
to
we
get in
did
there.
the getaway.
But I doubt that there's like any serious.
And like we went on like a haunted tour.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did a haunted tour.
because
that was a
it's
lot of fun.
supposedly haunted down there.
Yeah, apparently the underground is all haunted because of the flooding.
Yeah, and that apparently like it made it haunted.
Yeah.
I just thought it was cool to like get a back history of it. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the first time we went to Seattle, we also went to Comic-Con,
Oh yeah.
Emerald City Comic-Con, and that was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Most of us dressed up,
Yeah.
had
Of
fun.
course.
I went as a Naruto character.
And I went as Link from the Wind Waker.
I just wore a dorky shirt.
Yeah.
I did the same, and a dorky hat.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had a lot of fun doing that. So back to some of the fundraisers that we do to be able to do these. We do a Mother's Day hanging basket sale.
Yeah.
Every year, and that's also become a big contributor of our budget.
Yeah. I think mostly it just became that big because we wanted to do less popcorn selling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
and
yeah.
it spreads out our money gathering so that we're
Yeah.
not just getting it one time.
And then just trying to disperse that throughout
And
the entire
people
year.
are also a lot more happy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We feel-
because with popcorn, it's just like a basic product, but with the flowers, it's like, oh, that's nice. And we started planting our own little like succulents in cute little bowls and stuff.
Yeah.
And so that adds some personality to it and some like individuality to our group,
People
where
really
like they
like
can't
them.
really get that.
Yeah. So yeah, creates something. So also we'd go to Comic-Con in Spokane every year for the past 3
Yeah.
years now.
Ever since Emerald City, we started doing
Yeah.
Comic-Con as like a yearly thing.
Which has
Yeah.
been really fun.
It has been a lot of
Mhm.
fun. I enjoy
We-
it.
We almost always like cosplay, and
Yeah.
it's always fun to see the kind of like artwork people come up with,
Yeah.
and all the like
And
little
just
trinkets.
the
and-
fans of the TV shows, and like you guys, both of like two people, if like they're in the same cosplay or stuff, like how you can communicate
Interact.
about why like it's such a great show.
Yeah, and you can just talk about like your interests and stuff, and
Yeah.
it's a good way to just meet new people.
It is. It's also very interesting, and it's also just fun to dress up, become a different person for a
Yeah.
day.
I think we've cosplayed every single time
We've
we went
cosplayed
to
every time we've gone to Emerald City, or not
Yeah.
Emerald City, but
Lilac City.
Yeah. So yeah, we always enjoyed that, but I think we're gonna do one last thing before we end this.
Our latest big
Our
trip.
latest,
Our latest big trap.
big trap, our big trip, our we went to Southern California, so we went to the LA area for a week, and that was a huge experience
Oh, yeah,
for
and-
like all of us.
Yeah, none of this
Yeah.
could have happened if we didn't do popcorn selling or flower baskets or tons of car washes.
Last
Yeah.
minute car washes to get everything down. So
Because we like everything costs money, obviously, and in order to do an activity every month, which we have to do to get our Journey of Excellence pats,
Yes.
which allows us to rent out the Boy Scout camps and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And so in order to get that, we have to follow a set of rules and and stuff.
Yeah.
And one of the rules is having a meeting every month and having an activity every month. And
Yeah.
because that slowly drains away our budget, we have to jam in a lot of like extra small money makers in order
Yeah.
to make the California trip
But
work.
of course, we had fun.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
had a lot of fun. So, let's go in a row and say what we enjoyed the most about California. So, Marley, would you like to begin?
I'm tied between the Harry Potter part in Universal Studios and Disneyland because I just love Disneyland, and Harry Potter had lots of fun rides.
Yeah, they had a lot of fun rides and the foods and the
Yeah.
shops. The shops were really cool.
Ooh, especially the butterbeer.
Ooh, the butterbeer is amazing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Anyway, Josh.
So me, it was all of Disneyland. Had a lot of fun there. And also, like Marley said, the Harry Potter world at Universal Studios.
Yeah.
Got a really decent meal there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll probably put some
A
pictures
good
of
shepherd's pie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we all got wands there, I think, right?
Everyone but Megan.
Yeah, Megan
Aw.
didn't get one.
Poor Megan.
I don't care.
Yeah,
She
she's,
didn't want
she's
one.
not
She's-
really into.
She's
Harry
not a
Potter
big
that
Harry
much.
Potter fan, but yeah.
Megan, what about you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We'll talk about me. Well, then, I think that my favoriteest part was just, well, first of all, we got to The Voice live, so it seemed like
Not The Voice.
I'm not The Voice. Oh,
America's
America
Got
Got Talent live. I thought that was super cool. People showing off their weird skills and that type of stuff.
Yeah, it was
And
very
then-
interesting.
And then like, yeah, just walking around that part and like putting our hands in like stars where they like put their handprints.
Hands in cement.
Yeah, hands in
Yeah,
cement.
Yeah,
And that was so cool, just learning more about history and walking where
the
stars.
Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Yeah. And just doing something that I probably would have never done before.
Yeah. My favorite part of California would probably be Disneyland or Universal Studios, just because they're so interesting and they're not like any other amusement park out there. They're both totally like telling stories throughout the ride, and it's the coolest thing ever. So,
Because a lot of amusement parks, like Knott's Berry Farm, which we also went to, and like even just Silverwood and stuff like that, they just have like rides.
yeah,
Like
they're not really themed.
yeah, Knott's Berry Farm just had like the Scrambler, and you could get that at Scarywood.
Yeah.
But like Disneyland had like a Peter Pan ride and
Yeah.
a Storybook Island and stuff.
Yeah, Storybook Lagoon.
Yeah.
was
They
so
connected
cool.
technology with the rides too.
Yes.
And like a
it's the coolest
Nemo
thing.
ride where you
Yeah.
went underneath the water
Yeah.
and looked at like projections and stuff.
There's a lot of visuals in Disneyland and Universal Studios.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you're also constantly like walking just before like going in rides and stuff, you just everywhere you look there's always this like thing that's totally related to Disney, and it's so cool when you're walking and you're going, "Oh, there's the evil queen in a window just staring
Yeah.
down at you."
They
So
had
it's
like
these-
little Easter egg kind
yeah,
of
there's
things.
these little details all over the park
Yeah.
that are just so cool. So,
That's another thing I liked about Universal Studios.
Yeah.
They did the same thing where like if you knock on a certain door, then this thing will come up and then all this other stuff.
Or how
Yeah.
your wands were like interactive.
yeah, there's interactive wands that are really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Also, like, if you go to a phone booth in Universal Studios and dial the phone dial, if you know how to use a phone dial, and do 555 magic, you get the call from the Ministry of Magic, and it's a really cool thing.
Yeah.
So, Marley, what was your favorite ride at Disneyland and Universal Studios?
For Disneyland, it was probably, I think, Space Mountain. And for Universal Studios, it would probably be the Harry Potter Forbidden Journey.
Yeah.
Because of like the technology in the Forbidden Journey, and like how they went from screens to 3D.
Yeah, to like
And-
actual real
yeah.
life props and stuff.
For me, it was at Disney. It's a tie between Breakout and Space Mountain, but Breakout takes the cake because I didn't pass out on that one.
Yeah, Josh passed out on Space Mountain. We'll probably have the photo up around this time now.
It's really
So,
funny.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
He's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm normally a guy who doesn't pass out on roller coasters or things like that. So I think my blood sugar was just a little low. I'm hypoglycemic, so yeah, bad stuff happened. And
So, yeah.
Like
He's
right when the
okay.
picture was
He's
taken
fine.
too, he
No,
just
Yep, he
went
went on
out.
it again and he didn't pass out.
So during so Space Mountain is in the pitch black, and at the end of it, there's two flashes of light, and it's a camera flashing, and so we assume like maybe that somehow startled him or something, or his brain, and just like shut down for like a split second, but we don't
Yeah.
really know.
yeah.
So it made for a great photo.
Yeah.
And for me at Universal, it was the Jurassic Park ride
That was so much fun.
because we were probably one of the last groups
Yeah.
to ride the Jurassic Park, but now it's going to be Jurassic World.
Yeah.
And B, I really like the Jurassic Park books.
Mm-hmm.
Big Michael Crichton fan. Love the movies. Big Spielberg's fan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, really like that. And then also like Marley, Haunted Willow, or whatever.
The Forbidden Journey.
Yeah, the Forbidden Journey. Yeah, I'm bad with names.
Same.
Okay, what about you, Megan?
So my favorite ride in Disneyland was Indiana Jones.
Mm-hmm. That's a fun ride.
And yeah, that was just like amazing. Especially since if you go on it twice, you have like a 50-50 chance of getting like two different paths.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
in Indiana Jones, there's one path, and then there's another path, but you can't tell which path it is
Yeah.
that you're going on because everyone goes through like
The same track
yeah
at the
the same
beginning.
track, and even though they have two separate tracks like set up so they can get more people on it, each one has the same chance to go on a different track.
Yeah. I went on both tracks.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
did I.
Yeah.
And
I just
also
want
at Universal Studios, I really like the Hippogriff, that ride.
The
That was
Flight of the
fun.
Hippogriff.
Yeah,
Flight
the
of
Flight of
the
the
Hippogriff
Hippogriff,
was
because that was like smooth and it was nice. And it was just like a nice relaxing ride to
It
go
was a
on.
nice, relaxing roller coaster.
But also in the Harry Potter land, like the shops were so detailed.
Yeah.
Like the candy shop.
Oh, Honeydukes is just amazing. You
Yeah.
can buy like everything that's mentioned in the Harry Potter books.
Like I bought
You bought
Lizzie.
an acid pop,
like Lizzie.
flying Whizbees,
Yeah, flying Whizbees.
fizzing
Yeah.
Whizbees.
Yeah, fizzing Whizbees,
Yeah.
whatever they're called. And they were so
They were
good.
good.
They were really good.
And yeah, I really
Yeah.
enjoyed it.
My favorite ride at Disneyland is Space Mountain. It's just so much fun, and there's just something about riding a roller coaster in the pitch black that I really enjoyed. I feel like because it's also that whole can't tell how high up you are, and sometimes like height.
Or how fast you're really
Yeah,
going.
or how fast you're going.
Because in reality, it just goes like 50 miles per hour.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it feels faster.
it
'cause
feels
it's in the
faster,
dark.
and it feels like you're going through like hyperspace, so that's really cool. And then Universal Studios, it's a tie between the Forbidden Journey and the Simpsons ride.
Yeah.
The Simpsons ride is it's so fun, it's hilarious, and there's so many references from that show.
Yeah.
So it's really fun and itchy and scratchy. So a more gruesome version of Tom and Jerry that the Bart and Lisa watch in the show are the ones that are like
In the safety
demonstrating
video.
in the safety video of like what not to do. So like keep your hands and feet inside the vehicle. Itchy keeps his hand outside of the vehicle, and like the vehicle closes and literally just like cuts off his entire hand.
Yeah.
So in the show, it's like that TV show inside The Simpsons is like explicitly gore, and so it was kind of interesting. Like
Only
at the
that one
beginning,
part.
yeah, just at that part of the ride is the safety video, and then you're on a virtual reality roller coaster,
Yeah.
and then you're still like doing a roller coaster, but
It's so cool.
And it's a really interesting way to do a roller coaster
Yeah.
because the thing is you're in like this like a roller coaster cart, but
Yeah.
it rises up
And you're
and
like
then-
10 feet in the air.
Yeah.
you're just like 10 feet in the air, but they cut off like so if you like look over the edge, it's just black. And
void.
so you can only focus on the movie that's
Screen.
going on.
The screen that's in
Yeah.
front of you, which is of the Simpsons going
Yeah.
on a roller coaster.
Yeah, and so you're like on the roller coaster
Yeah.
with the Simpsons, and
And it's just so much fun.
it's just an interesting way to bring like a roller coaster and
Yeah.
virtual reality.
What I loved the most about Universal Studios is probably the fact that it's just like all of these like areas that you've just loved, like the whole entire going to Hogsmeade and going to Hogwarts is just such a big thing. To go to Ollivanders and just like the immersion that you go through is really cool.
I'm surprised you're not saying anything about the like movie set tour.
Oh yeah. I completely forgot
Yeah.
about that.
Like,
so
There was Jaws.
Wait,
and
that's the real
uh,
Jaws.
yeah,
Psycho
the
and-
mechanical shark in the movie Jaws is actually still there, and you can actually see it, and it still works.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Yeah.
So
Again, a big Spielberg buff. Loved it.
And there's like at one point you're like in like so you go in like this cave.
Like a tunnel.
yeah, it's like a tunnel, and then there's like King
There-
Kong.
yeah,
it's a
so-
it's
virtual
a virtual reality
Of
tunnel,
King
and the
Kong.
whole
Yeah.
like
the
you
cart's
explain
like
it.
shaking and stuff.
You're on a bus
Yeah,
and you go into a tunnel, but on the inside of the tunnel it's just screens,
yeah,
and the bus goes into on a platform that moves, and so like you see something like come and hit the side of the bus, and you feel it like
Yeah.
shake the
yeah,
bus.
it's really cool.
it's really cool. So, going on this studio tour, you see a bunch of these sets of these movies that everyone loves. You see the clock tower from Back to the Future. You see the city block of New York from Bruce Almighty.
And a whole bunch of other
You
movies
see
and TV
Whoville,
shows.
which is really interesting. And then
Yeah.
right next to Whoville is Bates Motel from Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho, which is my favorite movie. So it was so cool seeing that
You see, like,
set.
TVs and like they show you some of their tricks.
Yeah,
And it's really interesting because you learn how they do like
Making
the
rain.
flash floods
Yeah.
and stuff,
and if it's raining on a show, it's all
Yeah.
just sprinklers, so it's really cool.
and just like the whole movie magic kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
We went through like a plane crash and they told us like how much they paid for
Yeah.
it.
yeah,
And they like set up explosions and stuff.
yeah,
And
it's
just really
a
interesting.
really cool thing. We saw the fake lake,
yeah.
which is just this giant blue screen in this like right against this like giant cement pool that's just like empty, but then they fill it up and like use it for movies. So in Hunger Games Catching Fire, when they're all out in that one area with the cornucopia, that's the fake lake, and just like visual effects, and
It's also the set for Titanic.
yeah,
Yeah.
they use that for Titanic.
Whole bunch of movies.
Yeah,
So
The
but
ones are
most-
like famous scenes where it's like
Yeah.
empty water.
Most
Yeah.
movies from Universal and Warner Brothers
Yeah.
are
filmed.
filmed on the fake lake. So
yeah, it's really cool. Or like seeing the cars
yeah,
Yeah.
seeing vehicles from all these like famous movies.
Yeah.
from Back in the Future.
Or like the Jeep from Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
So
Or
yeah.
Flintstones.
Yeah.
Or yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah.
cars from the Flintstones.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have such a good time, and I really hope like one of the next big trips we did was like going to Orlando, Florida, because that'd be
Yeah.
so much fun.
Actual Disney
So-
World.
Let's also talk about something that's not Disney or
Yeah.
Universal related,
Guys,
like
With
That-
How about the house that we stayed in?
the
that was, like,
Airbnb.
Yeah.
15 minutes away from
Yeah.
Disneyland.
Yeah.
Which was really nice.
Yeah.
It's made our trip there so much better.
And
I
we
know.
got like we rented out like a whole house. We had a kitchen all to
Yeah.
ourselves, and 2 bathrooms. We even had a pool.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
used the pool like once because we're so busy like that
Yeah.
entire
We
week.
was tired
We
and
visited the
exhausted.
Queen Mary, which was really cool.
And then we visited the Battleship Iowa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that. Also a history buff.
Yeah,
Really-
we went to the San Diego Zoo. It was fun.
And also,
to
we
the
went to the
aquarium?
Midway.
Yeah, we went to the Midway, and my dad actually served on the Midway for like 6-7 years. So that was really cool to see that.
At the aquarium, we got a pet like jellyfish.
Yo, yeah, we pet
Yeah.
jellyfish, which
And,
was
like,
a lot of fun.
It was a
Sharks?
moon jellyfish.
Yeah,
moon
yeah.
jellyfish,
Yeah,
really shark.
And,
moon jellyfish have 4 stomachs, which is really interesting. We found that
And
out.
it was sharks and stingers.
Yeah,
Wasn't it?
we
We didn't-
pet
oh,
those.
yeah, we also
Yeah,
got-
that was a lot
It
of
was
fun.
so cool because you gotta like pet things that you usually don't
Yeah.
get pet.
Yeah.
We went to the La Brea tar pits, which was also
Oh,
really
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, really
And-
stinky.
Yeah, it really smelled.
Of course, one of us here had to get some tar.
Oh yeah, I grabbed a bag of tar because my grandma told me to fill up something with tar and bring it to her, so I did that. My sister bought like chocolate dipped crickets because
Oh, yeah.
they were interesting, and she made like a bunch of us eat them,
Yep.
which
Yeah, I
was
I
fine.
coughed.
Yeah.
Like they're just like crunchy chocolate.
Yeah.
I
Except sometimes you get a leg and it's like pointy and it's like ow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The worst part was the fact that I got one with white chocolate, and I do not like white
Yeah.
chocolate.
That's why
White chocolate's gross.
That's why I purposely went for the darker chocolate.
I was trying to do that, but Katarina was like, "No, you're gonna have the
Yeah.
grossest one. So you're gonna have this like maggot with
Oh yeah, because
White chocolate.
it was crickets and maggots.
yeah,
And the crickets were in dark chocolate and the maggots were in white
Mhm.
chocolate.
Yeah.
yeah."
Yeah.
So
Really delicious. would 10 out of 10 try it again?
10 out of 10 would do it again.
No,
Yeah,
no.
well they weren't bad.
they weren't bad. They were crunchy. So yeah, but yeah, we did so much in California. We
And
saw
it's-
America's Got Talent, which
yeah.
was amazing.
And we get so many community service hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's so much that we can't even explain it as one
yeah.
broadcast.
So
Yeah.
we hope that you guys hearing this will help you decide whether or not you should join Venturing Crew.
Yeah, it's really fun. You learn a lot of skills, leadership, how to turn a plan to an event, and all sorts of cool stuff. And you
Yeah.
get friends.
So yeah. So this has been our episode of CrewCast.
CrewCast.
Woo!
Yay.
Thank you all so much for joining us. Until next time.
We meet on mostly Tuesdays
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tuesdays.
at Zion Lutheran Church at mostly 6 to 6:30
Yeah.
p.m.
We only meet once a month, and you don't have to go to the meetings, even though it is recommended.
Highly recommended.
And
But it is up to you.
Yes, and also we only have an event once a month, and we have all sorts of ranging events, and you get to choose if you want to come or not.
Yeah, so hopefully you decide to join. So thank you so much for listening, and
Hope you'll hear from us again sometime.
yeah, hopefully we'll do this again. It was fun.
And
Okay.
don't forget to lead the adventure.
Yep.
Lead the adventure.
Lead the adventure.
Lead the adventure.
Okay, bye guys.